Hi y'all, Dan here. Thanks for joining me. Good morning. Camp 5 has been good to me last night, and now I have struck camp and I'm on my way down the trail. We had quite a storm roll in last night. It wasn't forecast, but hey, that's the mountains for you. You'll get what you get. It was a lot of lightning, thunder, hard rain, and my tent stood up well. I am very happy. So Senior Hiker 77, thank you. Great suggestion on that Lanshan 2 tent. And as I was getting ready to turn the lights out, I was watching As the Crow Flies. He did 2 kayaking videos and a lot of fun, but he tells a story in there about his first night of camping on his kayak adventure, and I was hoping that I didn't experience anything like that, so I count the storm as fine. But I'd invite you to go and check out his channel. It's lots of fun to watch these videos of people as they're getting out and exploring and seeing what's ahead of them. Now, with that rain last night, this is the trail that I'm trying to avoid a little bit. So I'm out here on the sidelines. This is sort of the way I do golf, do infantry golf. I stay in the woods and attack from the flanks. I am not a golfer, but I'm enjoying this day. So let's let me be quiet and let you enjoy this trail. As we start today, I'm hoping to do 12 to 15 miles. I'm going to plan to make this loop and then find a place to camp tonight that's more near the trailhead. This has been really a delight to be out here. I see this quite a bit in the forest, whether it's here or the other trails. See this massive tree? It's been blown over. But look, here are the roots. Compared to the size of the tree, while the roots are all spread out, they don't go very deep. And there's nothing to hold it in place. So the wind comes and the rain comes, softens the soil, it blows against the tree, and down it goes. There's a lesson for us in that. How deep are my roots? What am I anchored to? Roots get broad, but they don't go deep. So I guess that's Monk Maxim 3. Broad roots don't hold up in the storm. Deep roots help us to thrive. All right. We are beginning our first little up, and I say little. This one's not bad, but it's long. And then after it, we'll go down, and then the next climb is the endurance test of the day. All right, I'll bring you back soon. After that first climb, I had to come out of that jacket. Dixie talks about her puffy jacket and how she always keeps her puffy jacket. And some of her videos shows her in her sleeping bag with her puffy jacket on. Well, last night I dropped down to about 38 degrees, and I found myself waking up. My legs were hot and my chest was cold, so I zipped open the bottom of my sleeping bag and put on my fluffy jacket and went back to sleep and slept like a log. So, Dixie, I thank you too for all that I've learned from watching your video. Talk about an engineering marvel. Look at this. This little spider has built webs all through here, and when the sun comes out, it just vanishes away. The sun hits it just right. It is bright. And then when the clouds pass, it vanishes completely. Well, here's the double blaze. It shows that I think Hannah's Creek Trail heads off down that way. There's a trail there. I think that's still the Birkhead Mountain Trail that keeps going north and south. But a little sign here, I don't know if you can read it, that says that Scout Troop 570 in June of 1975 erected this little sign and says that it is the Christopher Bingham Plantation, built about the year of 1780. So what is now a forest apparently was a couple of 100 years ago, 240 years ago, a plantation. Well, let's go check it out. Well, here's where we branch off to Hannah's Creek Trail. If I stayed on the Birkhead Trail, that'll take me down to the south end. There's another trailhead there. But I'm going to take the Hannah's Creek Trail, and that'll take me on up until I connect with one more trail that'll take me back up to the north. And this says that there's Robbins Branch trailhead is 1.7 miles from here. There's also a water source down this way. Now, let me just tell you a little bit. I was back there when I was at the entrance to this trail. The blaze said to go this way. I was looking at all trails and the GPS was telling me to go straight. So I walked straight for about a mile and realized that I wasn't going where I wanted to go. So I turned around, came back to the blaze and followed it, even though I wasn't really sure, and discovered that the blaze was right. So monk maxim number 4. Listen to people who've been there before. They may know what they're talking about. We are going to go up the side of this, and then hopefully soon we will be to Hannah's Creek, which will be a water source for us, and I need to get filled up with some water. All right, see you down the trail. Hannah's Creek was a great watering source. And then after we did that little water crossing, we come out and someone has left us with some cheer. So brighten our path. Now it's the big up. Get on the way. All right, friends, I just found the ideal campsite. This would be my campsite of choice if I come back up here. It's just up from Hannah's Creek on the Hannah's Creek Trail. It's about halfway into the loop. And look at this. You got a water source that's a couple of 100 yards away. Hannah's Creek is a pretty little stream. And then this is wide open. All kinds of places. Someone wanted to hammock, or someone wants to pitch a tent. Man, down here, there's someone made a little fire ring. Fire ring there, and it's a great little spot. There's a trail down this way. I don't know where that goes. I'm not going to find out because I'm going to turn around and put the camera away for a while because I'm just starting into this climb. And so I'm going to put the camera away, and then when I get to the campsite where I'm staying tonight, I'll bring you along and let you see what I've got. There may be something compelling, and if so, then I'll bring you up. But for now, I'm going to put the camera away. All right. Thanks for coming. Talk to you later. I want you to just pause and listen for a moment. What do you hear? Birds, wind, trees cracking. What you don't hear, airplanes, cars, traffic. It's peaceful. Well, we've come up this trail. We're getting ready to go down Robbins Ranch Trail. It says it's 2.7 miles to the Birkhead Mountain Trail. We're going to go up Birkhead Mountain for a ways. So we've gone about 5 miles. That would be about almost 8. And then, yeah, I'm trying to think about maybe going down to back to campsite 3. And that would give me about 12 miles for the day. And we'll see where we're at. But it's been a very pleasant day. Oh, it's a pretty little branch. It's this robin's branch. And we'll stop here to buy lunch. We've got about 2 more miles to get to where Robin's Branch meets Birkhead Mountain Trail. This is like the Stonehenge of Birkhead Mountain. We're just coming off of Robin's Branch Trail, getting ready to make this hard right to go back to the Birkhead Mountain Trail. Well, I'm tuckered. Just came a 2 mile, about a 15% grade it says. About 2 miles, came up 1,100 feet in elevation to, but here we are. We're back at Birkhead Mountain Trail. So let me flip this around and let you see it. Here it is. There's the sign. So now my decision is, am I gonna go south and do the part that I didn't do before, or am I gonna go north toward the trailhead? It's 2.6 miles to the trailhead. And I don't want to go there and then come back, because if I remember right, that's quite a hill too. So I'm thinking about going south and maybe go and explore the campground number 3 that I was going to stay at first last night. I'm guessing that not many people will be here. Probably just me. So yeah, I think I'm going to go south. All right, well, enough of that. Let's get back on the trail. Well, this is down by campsite number 3. It looks almost like there's a well of some sort. It has water, but it's not flowing. And I don't know that I want to fool with it. Anyway, so there's that. I know there's a stream on down. I'm going to move on to back to campground number 5 and spend the night there. I have another monk maxim. Bigger is not always better. Better is better. Last night I was a little bummed out that I couldn't stay at campsite 3 because it had several people there. I just really didn't want to be there. So I moved on to campsite 5, which is a lot smaller, but it has the perfect level spot for a tent. And as I roamed around campsite 3, I did not find anything that was really where I'd want to pitch a tent. So I'm going to bite the bullet, climb the hill, and go to campsite 5. See you there. Well, greetings. Here I am setting back in campground 5 again, and I've got my tent all set up. I'll show that to you. It's sitting over there. I'm sitting over here getting ready to have some chili mac for dinner and sort of reflect and rest on the day. It has been a wonderful day. Done about 14 miles, a lot of hills, a lot of climbs. My phone says I've done 90 floors of stairs equivalent. So yeah, it's like climbing up from the basement to the top of a high rise. But it's been wonderful. And in fact, I'm sitting here now. Just tomorrow I'll walk back to the trailhead, and I'm looking forward to seeing Connie, but I'm also hate to see this end. This has been really a lovely time out here. Today I had the mountain all but to myself, and until about 5:30, a couple of ladies with their dogs walked through, and that was sort of funny. I thought of As the Crow Flies. Last night I was watching one of his videos on his kayaking trip, and he always puts a question toward the end just to see if anyone's listening still. And so his question was, have you ever had to change plans, and how did it turn out? Well, today has been nothing but a change of plans. I had planned on going to Campground 3 and spending the evening there. Thought I would really like it because it was so much bigger, closer to a water source than here. But when I got there and walked around it, there was no good place to set up a tent. So I thought about it, and then I thought, well, I'm going to just go back to Campground 5. So I started walking back, and there's a water source, so I stopped, and I got extra water, and I filled up my water bottles, and I filled up a squeeze bottle that I've got, and thought, okay, I'm set for water. And I put my water in my pot, and I was just getting ready to fix dinner, and the ladies came through with those dogs. And one of the dogs was very curious, and he comes running over to where I'm set up for my food, and he's big and he's clumsy, and he knocked my water over. And the ladies were all distraught, and I said, it's okay, don't worry about it. But I'm not sure people understand that water is so precious, especially when you're out here. To get to a water source means that I would have to walk a mile back down that mountain and then climb that mountain again. So I'm going to ration my water and not have to go down for water again. But yeah, plans change. But if things went exactly the way I'd planned every time, life might be boring. That may sound strange for me. I am an ISTJ in Myers-Briggs. That means that, the introvert, that shouldn't surprise anyone, but from the judgmental, what that means is that I plan everything out. I love to see my plans. But I have grown over time to think, I find such joy in the unexpected. And plans aren't all that I thought they were. So as I'm getting older, maybe I don't have as many responsibilities for my plans as I used to. But I'm enjoying the spontaneity of life, and it takes a lot of stress off of me as well. Well, I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to turn in early tonight, but I hope to be able to get you the sunset. I've got my tent set up to where my vestibule opens to the west, so that I can get the sun as it sets right from my tent. And then the vestibule on the east side, tomorrow morning I'll roll over, turn the camera on, and see if I can get you a sunrise as well. For now, that's it. God bless you. Thanks for coming along with me on this trip. Bye.